What's better than that already? We don't pack it down much, just a little bit. The spot is chosen, we're making the first cast. And we're looking at our QWERTY again. Right away a bream. I just hooked it, can you believe it? Well, let's have some tea with bait and we can keep fishing. Yes. Hey friends, hello everyone. Today, we went out to fish in liquid water with a feeder. I want to fish with feeders, show you a few secrets, and Nikolai. We'll be focusing on ultralight today. That is, today we will have a measured fishing. We will see who has what, how the fish will bite correctly. We made this place for ourselves, especially we tell you about it in one of our previous videos. We sawed, and then in short we came. And here I don't know what it is, what kind of bitches these guys are, but in short, everything that we sawed, look, some beavers really ate. The bark, yes. They left us with scraps, piles of it. They're saying, friends, cut us some more. In general, right now we'll clear this area we've set up a bit, and then we'll sit down. In general, just a little bit now. We'll clear this area we've set up, and then we'll sit down. So, the logs are chewed up, it's unclear. On one side, right? You can clearly see that these are teeth, it's obvious. Maybe they didn't want to go there because it was the unappetizing side, you know? We've got contact. So we're moving our stuff. It's a pretty nice spot, but getting down to it requires some physical effort. That's why we go fishing, friends, just like that. Before mixing the bait, let's set up all the gear. I'm just gonna sift the maggots a bit. Here I have this wonderful little bait, guys. It looks really great. This is a sieve with a little box. So what are we doing right now? We're taking some water here and we'll pour in our maggots. The water should be clean. Well, there's foam here with us. Let's do this now. Just like that, be careful. It just so happened that by the end of the season they don't bring in maggots anymore. Fishing store, and it's not exactly fresh. Freshness, guys. This thing sifts it perfectly. So there's water here, all alive. Now we have a good moth, it will crawl down the holes. And the dead one, which is already rotten, will either float or remain up here. You see, it's already starting to move, the maggot, and it's looking for a little burrow to hide in. I literally don't know, in about 15 to 20 minutes, while we gather everything here, it will sift perfectly. And look, it's already trying to crawl into the hole. All the live ones are looking for a way down, somewhere. Guys, for those who don't know what this thing is, it's a box. A mini platform that is a box. Regular legs. It has a height adjustable table. You can attach different weights here, it's a cool thing. If you open it like this, I have a towel, a reel, a feeder, and a reel inside. Today we have the Legend 5000 here. It is like this. All our gear basically that we need. Roughly speaking, for today's fishing, here they are. Quiet. 3 cast, probably. Yeah, I'm just unrolling our feeder and we'll start doing everything now. Today I put a 1-ounce tip on the feeder because the fish are passive, so I'm using lighter feeders. I want to see every little bite, so we're mixing the bait. Today I'm going to have black roach. Black because, guys, it's still seasoned, it has a spice aroma. And dark bait for clear cold water. I think it will be just right. So I'm just pouring a pack of bait right into the bucket for myself. It's like this, if you look at it, you can see the grains. It's kind of sprinkled like that. Very cool. Spices. Sweet spices. I said slightly like that. I mean, I don't know, I can't guess the smell, but I really like it. I'll also add a little hemp here. Here we have a little bag, half a bag, and all that stuff. Along with the water, the roach liquid is also good. It has an amazing smell, so it creates this wild mixture. Today we're going to mix it slowly, adding water little by little. The main thing is not to overdo it with the water. And we mix this up. Just a little more, and we mix it. I have this wonderful marker weight, 60 grams, it's a real bomb. And now, guys, we're going to go through this with the marker like this to feel it out. But I want to tell you right away that all links to gear, to our kits, will be there. As always, in the description. Who's interested, go ahead and take a look. Today I'm going to be fishing with the Flagman Legend feeder rod, 390 meters long with a 100-gram test. Someone will say the feeder is too rough for early spring, but I want to tell guys that in such a length of 100 grams, the most it is 390, quite a long feeder. In order to make a long cast, the fish are not yet coming out here to the upper edges. They are hiding somewhere down there near the riverbed. That's why we need to cast 60-50 meters, at least further. It will be difficult to do with a short fishing rod. Today, I want to fish from 2 points, because in winter, we usually make a series of holes, right? We look for fish in one hole, then in another, at different depth changes. Why don't we often fish from 2 or 3 points with the feeder in the summer? We don't do this because when the water warms up, the fish become active and they move. That is, I smelled the smell, put it under, and swam that distance of 20 meters. You know, it's not difficult at all. Right now they're less active, and I want to fish from the lower ledge. The fish are coming up from the riverbed to the upper ledge. So I'll be standing there, so to speak, you could say, 2 clips. The rinker is chosen. Let's make the first cast. Just to the maximum cast as far as we can, guys. And we'll be marking the spots. And we will already count the nearest point in turns and also put clips and feed it. First we'll do the close spot, then we'll bait the far one, guys. How is this going to be done? Right now I have the quiver tip lying on the far spot, and actually my weight is on the far spot of the rod. Here I am sitting at my workstation, not going anywhere. I'm doing a pull through. Feeling, I like the relief, and I'm reeling in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here the eyebrow went, some kind of hook, it went tightly. It's sluggish. I think I've probably hit the ledge now. It's barely moving at all. Or a net. I got caught on a net. I got caught on a fishing net. Look, do you see? There's a net standing there. This is not a snag. This is definitely a net, because it keeps going and going. Smoothly. I feel like I can pull this net towards myself. Guys, so you come to open the fishing season and you have your nets. Can you imagine? It's all nets. Nets everywhere. I know, this shore is just stupid. There is a network of poachers. How these poachers have become a nuisance to everyone, and I just don't have the words. I'll have to cut it. There's nothing words, guys. Nikolai's holding the fishing rod. I'm going to cut it. Goats. Let's go further. Let's wrap the stick. And we'll pull. He'll drop it. Let's pull with the stick. Until it breaks. What can I say? That's it. It broke. Friends, basically I really wanted to tell you how to fish from 2 spots, and I wanted to catch from them myself. But the point is that today I will only have one distance. This is the upper ledge. I can't cast to the far spot because there's a net there. So let's pour part of the bait here. The bait trays. Great. And we place the bait trays so right here in its place where it should be standing. Our maggots have just been sitting for a while. We can see that there isn't much left at the top. Maggot, but there are still those that don't crawl, or those that didn't get through. What are we doing, guys? Well, this is all that didn't get through. I usually don't throw it away, because, so to speak, this is bait, and I'm sifting it into the ground bait. Now what are we doing? We're rinsing this all out, the excess stuff, so that we have it clean there. Unnecessary excess. From here we throw out the maggots. And the good ones, the live ones, the whole ones, we take back and sift them like this. Wow, he's alive. Great. All the water is gone and back into the jar. Now it's perfect to drain this water and place a napkin at the bottom. And so to say, to get the excess water off the maggots. But I don't have a napkin here while fishing, so I'm just going to move them back and forth a couple of times. Like this. So, Let's start feeding slowly, little by little. 5 feeders, I think. That will be more than enough for him to start. Into the feeder. Great. So let's bait it right away, guys. 3-4 big good live maggots. And now let's see if we'll get a bite. I think everything will be fine. Come on, fish, big and different. Just bite, dear. We made the cast. And let's take a look at our tip. So usually a bite might not happen right away. And when our hook touches the bottom, it can still drift in the thickness. We were there for about 10 seconds and there was already a bite. You see, it wasn't immediate, a light tug. There was already a bite almost right away. It's weak, just a little tug. Of course, there are active bites today. It won't be like that, but our task is to provoke them all to bite. Then we wait a little bit, and if there's no bite, we can do a reel in after a while. We're making a little adjustment. It's biting, biting, biting. Yeah. Yes, guys, even without reeling in, we have our first fish on the first cast, indeed, you could say. I think we have something, probably a roach. And now let's take a look together. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Kolyan, that spot has roach or masterfish. Wow, that went well, look. See what resistance there is. Not bad. Here she is. Someone is going well and someone is not small there. I'll tell you. Look how the bream is going. Wow. Look, Kolya bream. Look. Please, shh. Right away a bream, I hooked it. Can you believe it? Kolyanich, oh my dear buddy, hold on. It came off right before the shore and the hook went straight into my finger. Haha. Flag. Seroga is on fire today, guys. What a discovery. I just saw the bream and immediately got scared, you know? Look at this beauty, it's biting. Here it is. The first spring bream. Just what we need. We stuff the feed. We're not packing it too tightly, just a little bit. Phew. Indeed, another setback after a good start. We're putting it right on the spot. I hope everything will be interesting for us now, as they say, until you catch something. Don't wet the fish in the keep net, but today we actually have to throw it in faster because I'm that kind of guy. You saw it today, right? Yeah, he's already tried to escape from me 3 times. Here. Yeah, Kolya, pass me the gaff. So it's convenient to throw everything in right away. Oh, and we'll put the fish here. I didn't expect such a spring surprise. It's simple. Who's there? I don't know, but it's crawling after our feeder. How is Raktor? What is it? Is it a perch by any chance? No, a roach, right? Not bad, right? Guys, look what a rudd has bitten. But this kind of fishing starts out unappealing. That is the fish bite in a jumble, both bigger and smaller. You see, the roach and the bream are all coming in quietly. They all want to escape from me. They all want to get away from Sergei. Today, for some reason, the fish just want to get away. I have a really big arsenal of different feeders here. That's all, guys. Today, it will probably be something heavier. We need to cast further, or maybe something like a long-distance rig. We'll be choosing, and for the hooks, I'll have something neat. Here are some of my favorite hooks, for example, from this barbet series. Size 14. It's a wonderful hook. Great. I also have some VIP hooks, and I wanted to tell all of you about them. My friend who decided to get these today really likes them. Let's throw some ultralight gear. Here's a series of hooks that Nikolai just loves. I'll tell you about their features a little later, a little further over there. But these are the hooks that really catch fish on their own. They just catch fish by themselves. Nikolai is bringing it to you. Yeah, Just like you like it, look. Here you go, a pack for you. Next time, a feeder rod. It's really great, in spring. One person wants ultralight, another wants feeder fishing. The water is open, it's beautiful. Your hands don't freeze, the sun is breaking through, maybe not too strongly, but still, it's coming through, and you sit there, warm, fishing. From bottom, now it's a light one. This is not a bite, this is a light one. I pulled it, it's done. I pulled everything out. After pulling it, we wait. The drag is not a good option if there are shells. It's biting after the drag. You can cut the leader on the drag through the shells. Wow, you took it pretty well. There's some slack, and someone is on the line. We have something. The shell. Wow, you took it well. Look, there is a pass, and someone is sitting there. Someone is with us. There's someone on the line. At least there was something right away. If I hadn't cut it, I think someone is still on. I don't know who. There was a bite towards the shore because the tip of the rod loosened up just like that. Yeah, it's a small one, a roach. Little one. And this is what she will hammer into you with such force. It turns out that our quiver tip is really bending. What I told you about the winding, look at the cord. It turns out where my line transitions to the cord, here I have some shell rock. Some got caught. And these shells can really cut our leaders very harshly. It happens often, that's why I have a lot of hooks for fishing. Did you see? Look at how many hooks I have. I've got tons and more. Well, I don't know. About 5 is the minimum I need for feeder fishing. When I go fishing, I always cut the line. I don't break it. I cut the leaders. I don't use thick line because the fish won't bite. But look, right now the best line for this is up until this time of year, under clear water, 0.10 to 0.14, maximum 0.14 I think, because the fish will see it, but there's no need to be afraid. 0.12 is the golden mean, if the place and conditions allow. So go for it, guys, on your own. The feeder stood for a few dozen seconds, just a little reeling in, and we're watching our tip again. Everything is great for us right now. It should work out. Come on, darling. Don't make me nervous. With its size. Trembles like... It feels like you're catching a bleak. But in fact it is not a bleak. A micro bream. It's such a tiny one. It's a very, very tiny live bait. Guys, I got all these wonderful scissors purely for cutting cord. That is, they cut well, perfectly. And you can even cut the smallest piece of cord almost right up to the cut. And all without any of these peelings that are always collecting grass, so we take it. Next, we're tossing the maggots we have into our bait. What we took off the hook goes into the bait, and we put 3 or 4 good clean ones on the hook here. But somewhere around 20 minutes, we are already fish. Then I have here a couple. Rowan Kolyan Ultralight is silent from this point on the street. Silence. I think you might need to take a walk or wait for the evening, yeah, because so far it's not looking great. Nikolai, well, let's have some tea and some bait, and then we can continue fishing. Yes. Of course, the spider has no flight, it's not his day. But the opening of the white fish is normal. Next time we'll go for the ultralight too. Didn't catch anything, but we'll go for the feeder together. We need one to catch and the other to help out. Fishing is always great, brother. Nastier. If there are both summer and winter ones, you definitely won't go wrong. And it's best to go out for at least a week, yeah, to make it really great. Let's catch some fish. So did we have some tea? Let's see what's there. The feeder was set up. Everything was still. We had a fish here, Nikolai. Can you imagine while we were goofing around, what a little one. While we were eating, it was eating too. Here's a little micro bream. It's really tiny, just about 2 dozen. And you'll get a frying pan. Small fish. Yeah, it bites right away as soon as you cast. The bites come in immediately, right away. That's better already. Yeah, something like that. Bream. Guys, I decided to ask. I said, Nikolai, what time is it? He says 3 hours. I said, yeah, what are you making up? In general, I don't know how, but when it's warm, like now, the weather is so nice. You're sitting in the sun, you know, feeling a bit drowsy, and time just flies by in a snap, roughly speaking, just like that. Yeah, we're definitely going to fish a bit more, but time just flies by. Guys, at the speed of our whole life, you could say, so cherish every moment, yeah, appreciate every moment. By this time, well, right now, something is biting for me. I look around and it's definitely calmed down. So it was really great before lunch. Right from the first casts, we started getting bites. It was there. There was such a moment for us. Yeah, there was a note that we thought, that's it, it's on. We were getting bream and some bigger roach, bigger ones. But then the weather changed and the fish started to get smaller in size. I don't know if we did something wrong or maybe it's just the spot. The net probably played a big role for us. We can't cast far enough to reach the promising spot. We're fishing from the shallow water, roughly speaking. Yeah, they set up all these... What about the ultralight? The ultralight is weak. You caught some nice perch there, yeah, and that's it. And that's it. You saw the spin fishermen were going left and right. I mean, it was kind of... The predatory fish are quiet today. On the other hand, all this white, small, starts to come alive in the spring. We even saw, I'm showing you here under the shore, what kind of pollen there was coming to the remains of our porridge. There was some small bream coming here. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's coming to the shore, look. We'll catch both of them now. No, we won't catch it. Do you see him there? You're probably silent, right? Beautiful.
They're leaving. They're leaving. Almost, but not completely. Well, not completely, but a third definitely went somewhere.
Those who are left in the loop, and guys, what's wrong with the paternoster? You can just switch the feeders. In a loop, as they say, guys. Take one out, grab another, stick it in, and off you go. There are absolutely no problems with this at all. Absolutely. Hey, come here. Come here, who do we have there? Did you come? Let's take a look now. A wandering guy. Cute little boy. Well, well. Here, they're not good. Bream, guys, here comes another one just like that. A bit more interesting in size. This fish is indeed already better. Nice bream. We're sending this one to our keep net too. Here's the bait. 3-4 maggots. A small hook, size 14. And here's how our setup looks. The feeder is 1 meter long. Everything is great. Friends, I really timed the bait well today. This is one of my favorite baits for roach. It's wonderful. It's crumbly. There are all sorts of things here. Granules. All sorts of grains. That is what is needed. We didn't even sow it. Well, at least I take care of it honestly, friends. Just swear I won't lie. We constantly fish every spring and autumn as soon as the cold water starts. So yes, in the fall we always take this bait because we just crazy about fishing. As they say, you shouldn't be afraid to get dirty, to get messy. So yeah, I have a towel for all this, but my hands are still dirty. After fishing, it's black. It's biting hard. It seems like there's a beaver on the line. And there's a little gray mouse. Although it seems like someone bigger has taken the bait now. Oh, someone bigger. Yes, indeed, the bigger bream pecked in disarray all of it. You see the guys in disarray, less more. Everything is just biting like that. Well, friends, our fishing trip has come to an end. We fished for about half a day in the spring. It was great with ultralight gear. It was quiet. I caught something on the feeder, but it's still small fish. We all understand the difficulties, the weather, the only place to sit, especially a spot, is not great. Or am I just looking for excuses? An excuse. Don't know. But from 3 meters, as you can imagine, it's a bit tricky. Now we'll show you our meager catch. And we want to wish you all not tail, but scales. May you always have a good catch. At any time, in any place, from any depth. Yeah, just like that, guys. Did you see how much bait there was at the beginning? When I changed the feeder, the consumption became significantly less. And I have left, I don't know, almost half a pack of bait. Excellent, fragrant, aromatic. You can take this bait with you to the freezer at home and store it. And just take it out next time and you'll have a great mix ready to go. So we won't be pouring it out for the fish. We'll take it with us since it's really good and not cheap or high quality bait. Out fish. Fish is swimming the bottom. You won't catch anything. A little catch. Well, I managed to catch some small, not big. The beginning was quite anticipatory, but in the end, now we'll show you through the hole. Look over here. Here they are, beauties. And there's the roach and the bream and the small bream and some bigger ones. In short, it's all mixed up. Well, let's get the kid. Thank you for the good bite. We're all happy and satisfied. We caught a little, but still, everything turned out well for us. All the fish escaped. As you can see, no one floated up, they float away. She went, but still, of course, in the halves we told you earlier, she left. We managed to catch some through this little hole. Well, whatever, we got by somehow, even if it was a bit of a struggle.